Hey guys, it's Misty-Chan, and I'm here with my younger sister. We're going to be reading a fanfic, and it's of Springtrap and Delia. Also, I would like to clarify, I don't support the artist at all. And also, what do you think of the cover?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. It's cute, I guess. Like, in its own way, I suppose. It's like, yeah.
Okay, so let's read. So, takes place in the universe of Springtrap and Delia. You are Delia's older sister, and you have fallen on hard times. So you have to move back in with your dad, Nick. Little did you know there would be a certain bunny animatronic for you. Why does it say child murder? Why?
I guess because he killed people. Also, why do people think he's hot? Like, guys, I don't think he's real. Okay, but it's the same with me and Johnny Cade, though.
Oh
Ralph
my god.
Macchio! I love Ralph Macchio, bro.
My sister, she's a red flag. Do not be friends with her.
I'm not a red flag. I just love Ralph Macchio. He's so silly.
Okay, let's read. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be YN? Moving in. I'll be Springtrap.
That's so silly. Oh, is that me?
Yeah, the perspective is mostly of YN. Okay.
I sighed as I looked down at my overdue bills on my apartment. My boss had lowered my paycheck due to a recent workplace incident that wasn't even my fault, and the owner of the apartment complex that I stayed at consequently raised the bills, so now I had to move. And since I had nowhere else to go, I decided to call my dad. Ring, ring, ring.
I've always questioned, why can't just YN move with their mom?
Real.
Or it's probably because she has mommy issues because her mother left her.
The phone buzzed a few times before he finally picked up.
Hey, Annan, what should your nickname be? Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Is something
Timothy?
Wrong?
My dad asked in the typical worried fashion of his. Yeah, I'm fine, I guess. I sighed softly before admitting, completely ashamed. I've fallen on hard times, and I need a place to stay. Can I stay with you and Dels for a bit? I asked anxiously and slightly embarrassed.
Of course, it's no problem, really. When do you plan on coming over?
Bro, why did... You weren't even reading it like funny. Nick replies without hesitation. Oh, is
Why
tomorrow...
is she calling her own dad by his name?
I'm gonna bite you. Let me read. Thank you. Oh, is tomorrow alright? I asked, worried.
Tomorrow is great,
he says, but then hesitates.
By the way, Delia has made a new friend. Well, just be ready, okay? I'll explain when you get there.
Nick says cryptically. Alright then. See you tomorrow. Love you, Dad. I say slightly confused, but shrug it off and figure I'll just worry about whatever he meant by that tomorrow.
Bye, Jimmy. Love you too.
Nick says before hanging up. As I set my phone down, I sigh slightly to myself before getting up and figuring I should probably start packing. I pack all my clothes and essentials into a suitcase, leaving my food behind. It'll probably be fine, I say to myself as I flop on my bed and drift off into sleep, leaving my suitcase beside my bed. Okay. The next morning, I wake up groggily as my alarm is blaring for me to wake up. 5 more minutes, I groan to no one but myself as my alarm continues to annoyingly beep in my ear constantly, making me angry and slam my hand down on the alarm, silencing it. Finally! I say aloud to myself as I tiredly then turn to get ready for the day. I grab a pair of clothes I had left out yesterday when I was packing to change into. I put on a nice comfy hoodie and some shorts. Wait, guys, I'm wearing that. Wait,
oh,
guys.
God, my sister is YN.
Bro, I'm actually wearing that. Because I can, and I don't care. Girl, what statement are you making? Am I just some bum or something? What? Okay, I slipped on some socks and sneakers before grabbing my suitcase and my purse, unlocking and exiting my apartment for the last time. I sigh as I close and lock the door behind me and head downstairs to check out. After signing out, I head over to my car, a nice but fairly old gray Jeep. I hop in and start the car after throwing my suitcase in the back and closing the door behind me. I pull up the directions to my old house in Hurricane. What?
What?
To my old house in Hurricane. What's Hurricane?
It's a city in Utah. What
Oh,
the fuck?
oh, I'm kind of slow. Oh.
That's where FNAF canonically takes place.
Oh. Already feeling a wave of nostalgia hit me as I look at my old address. I shake off the feeling and start driving in that direction. I eventually arrive an hour or so later at 9 p.m. I hope Dels is awake, I think to myself before anxiously hopping out of my car, shutting the door behind me and waking up to my childhood home. Oh, walking up. It still looks the same. Wait, it still looks the same. I whisper quietly to myself before knocking on the door. The door immediately opens and there my dad is, standing in the doorway. Nick.
Oh, Jimmy, you're already here. That was fast. I was expecting you to sleep in longer like Dels is.
Nick says, scratching the back of his head, chuckling to himself.
Anyways, why don't you come in?
Nick says politely, moving to the side so I can come in. Oh yeah, hold on, let me grab my suitcase, I say, quickly running off, leaving my dad standing in the doorway, shaking his head. I quickly return a moment later, suitcase in hand, and come inside as Nick moves to the side and lets me in. Oh, that's me. I thought it was you. So who's this mystery new friend Delilah has that you're being so cryptic about? I ask casually, 'cause I'm a pretty nonchalant dreadhead. As Nick shuts the front door behind me, and turns to look at me, and opens his mouth to respond, but before he can, he's interrupted by another voice.
Hey, Nikki, who's this pretty lady you have with you?
a deep and gravelly, but also sexy voice replies in place of Nick. I slowly turn around and come face to face with the figure in front of me, finding the source of the new words. A giant, I'm not going to say that word, that's a bad word. A giant butt animatronic golden bunny with a cute little red bow wrapped around his neck stands before me. It must be at least 7 feet tall. I love tall guys. No, I'm joking. I say, I love Ralph Macchio.
As I pet on Kitty, no, I'm evil Kitty, said evil Kitty.
I love Ralph Macchio. I think to myself as I internally panic and totally freak out. Nick, why is there a furry in your house? I yell, totally horrified, a little scared to say the least.
Hey, that's not very nice.
It said, well, that's not very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, reread it.
Well, that's not very nice.
The bunny replies, once again, interrupting Nick.
And I'm not a furry. My name is Springtrap, and I'd like to be referred to as such.
The clearly agitated rabbit, known as Springtrap, huffs, right. I'm Jimmy, I say nervously, trying to come to terms with this situation and understand what the heck is going on. The bunny smirks and approaches me, totally towering over my short frame and sizing me up, and down with his gloves, down with his glowing purple gaze, before holding his hand out to me, which I politely shake.
The pleasure is all mine,
he says smoothly. He says smoothly as he brings his hand up to his lips. Oh, heck no, man.
Springtrap, stop that! That is Delia's sister!
Nick finally managed to yell, burning holes into Springtrap's skull with his gaze. But this only seems to encourage Springtrap. What? Making him smirk smugly.
Oh, is that so? Can I tell you something that's kind of fucking weird in this fanfic?
You like it when I throw it back and I call a couple G's.
Springtrap in the comic literally says that he sees Delia as a daughter.
Okay, no.
And that's her sister.
Springtrap as
incest baby.
Oh. Springtrap asks cheekily as he continues to stare at me before releasing his grip on my hand.
Well, in that case, Nikki, I am terribly sorry. I'll go wake Delia. I'm sure she'll want to see her big sis.
The bunny says, smirking arrogantly at me, before turning away and walking up the stairs to my little sister's room. As soon as Springtrap is out of sight, I whip my head around to my father, glaring at him. What the heck, Dad? You didn't tell me Delilah's new friend. Oh, did I say right? Delia? Delia's new friend was a giant 7 feet tall robotic bunny. I huff angrily. Ugh, you've got some serious explaining to do. Nick nods his head hesitantly in understanding.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, I'm sorry about that, Jimmy. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin.
How about where the heck he came from and how he became friends with Delia? I ask, wanting to get an answer. And now, Nick sighs and looks at me apologetically.
Right, well, one day I was at work and Delia supposedly just found him and brought him here and patched him up and everything. Ever since that, they've been inseparable.
What a bad dad.
So I'm pretty sure in the book, he neglects her. Well, I don't know if he neglects her, but he spends most of his time at his job, which is a fucking candy store.
Uh-huh. So you mean to tell me that Delia just happened to find a giant robot bunny wandering around? I asked exasperately, not believing my ears. But before Nick could respond, Delia comes bounding down the stairs, Springtrap in tow, before noticing me and practically jumping into my arms, embracing me tightly.
You can be Delia.
Jimmy, Jimmy, I missed you so much! Delia exclaims happily as she finally releases me from her grip and joyfully stands before me, smiling brightly. Springtrap tells me he already met you, so I don't have to bother with introductions, do I? My nose is running. I shake my head no, and Delia giggles happily. Great! Now come on! Springtrap is cooking pancakes and they're the best! Delia says energetically and grabs my hand, dragging me into the dining room with her. It can cook? I ask, caught off guard as I sit beside Delia at the table and watch that thing, Springtrap, bake pancakes.
Honestly, I want an animatronic to just make me pancakes. That sounds great.
Delia nods her head happily and starts talking about how great Springtrap is. But I'm not really listening, just watching Springtrap from afar as I nod my head, pretending like I'm paying attention. That is, until Springtrap catches me staring and gives me a little wink, making me quickly look away, flushing with embarrassment, making Springtrap smirk in turn, as I then actually start paying attention to my little sis.
Okay, why does the he winks thing just cringes me?
It
like every single character AI chat, it's just always the he winks at you.
He gave me the ew. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the lie. Anyway, yeah, he's a dude, so stop calling him it, and I'm sure you and Springy will get along great. Right, yeah, sorry, I say, slightly embarrassed and taken aback by how much she cares for him. I mean, she even gave him a nickname. Springtrap then cuts our thrilling conversation about him short by placing the delicious-looking, freshly baked pancakes on the table for us.
Bon appetit, ladies,
he says in an exaggerated formal way, smirking cockily. At this moment, I notice she's wearing an apron that says, "Kiss the cook."
Do you want to actually? He actually wears that in the comic.
Bro, I do not care.
Springtrap and Delia. He wears that in the comic. I promise you, he does. Springtrap.
Bruh.
God damn it.
I do not care.
Just let me show you. It's funny.
I bet it's not silly.
God damn it.
That's a bad word. Oh. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's not cute.
Yeah, he wears that.
Bro, go back. Go back. I'm done. That's not cute. That's not cute. Kiss the cook, making me slightly giggle as I stare in turn, making Springtrap turn to look at me and raise an eyebrow and his ears perk up.
Is something funny, love?
He asks teasingly, but also quite condescendingly, as he moves himself just a tad closer to me. Sorry, it's just I thought your apron was cute, I say, still trying to stifle more giggles that threaten to burst out. Springtrap just shakes his head and chuckles before sitting down next to me at the table.
Let me know how you like my cooking,
he says with a wink, making me avert my gaze to the food in front of me, ignoring the fact that my face immediately flushed red once more. What is with this robot, and why is he so lifelike? I sigh. I sigh as I ignore Springtrap, trying not to pay attention to the fact that he's staring at me with that same stupid butt crab eating grin.
You could have just said with that same stupid grin.
That's more funny though. Stupid butt crab eating grin on his face and take a bite out of the pancakes before me. They're actually really good. As much as I hate to admit it, they're so soft and just the perfect amount of syrup and butter. It's amazing. And the fact is clearly evident on my pleased face. Springtrap seems rather amused at my clear love of his cooking and chuckles softly. I swallow the bite of pancake I had in my mouth and turn to look at Springtrap, raising an eyebrow as I hold my fork above the plate. Is something funny, love? I ask, mocking him from before. Springtrap seems like he's about to burst into laughter, but holds himself back and shakes his head.
Don't worry about it, love.
Oh, God. He says with that sickeningly sweet but low, sexy, gravelly voice with a hint of British accent now.
Wait, did he even have a British accent earlier, or did I just...
I don't know.
I mean, I've read this fanfic before, and at the end, in one of the endings, YN just says, God, I love that sexy British accent, so I just assumed that he had an accent.
I just scoff and rolled my eyes. What's your deal anime? Anyway, I mean, you're quite different from any robot I've ever met before. I say, as if I've met plenty of robots in my day and talked to them when I clearly haven't. Springtrap chuckles lightly and rolls his eyes before leaning in and whispering in my ear.
You want to know a secret?
Yes, strangely seductively.
No, that's not seductive. My voice was not seductive. It sounds like I'm gonna kill you.
Making me freeze up and become immensely flustered. What is this guy's deal? I think to myself, but apprehensively respond. Yes, I say back.
Yes, woo.
Yes, I say back quietly, internally cursing myself for stuttering.
I'm sentient.
He says, smirking, clearly pleased with his ability to get a rise out of me and make me fluster time and again effortlessly. Oh, How does that even work? I ask, my curiosity overruling my embarrassment. But Springtrap just waves me off and doesn't respond, turning his attention back to Delilah. Right. Well, I'm just gonna take my stuff upstairs to my old room then. I'll talk to you later, Dels. I say, excusing myself from the table and quickly getting away from Springtrap, not waiting for a response. Springtrap gives me a bad vibe. I don't know how Dels trust him so much. I think to myself as I head back to the main room where I left my suitcase. I like my suitcase. I'm sorry. I grab my suitcase and drag it upstairs to my old room. Nothing seems to have changed. When I walked in, it was the same purple bed sheets. Wait, guys. Guys.
Oh
What
God,
if I
my
said-
sister is YN.
I have purple bed sheets too. It's not fair. And classic rock bands. I don't have classic rock bands.
She has South Park drawings on her wall. Wait, on our wall. Sorry.
And I
we
used
share
to
a
draw
room.
ICP, so
Wait, what?
remember?
What's
What-
ICP?
Insane Clown Posse.
Oh.
I feel like such a dweeb. Guys, I'm a juggalette.
I love ICP.
I love Insane Clown Posse. I used to think it said possess, because I don't know why. And classic rock bands, as I sigh as I throw my suitcase to the side, not bothering to unpack it right now, closing my bedroom door behind me and flopping down onto my bed. I stare up at the ceiling and think about Springtrap. I can't help but feel intrigued, but also intimidated by him. I want to get to know him more. Make sure he really is just as great as Delilah claims him to be. I sigh to myself and relax, closing my eyes. This is going to be a long summer. Are we going to end the video?
I think so.
Okay.
So what'd you think of the chapter?
Why is she me? When she looks at me and when he looks at me and I look at him, that's literally me.
Also, like, YN in the story's a woman.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm a woman
bitch.
too.
Yeah, but, like, what if men or non-binary people are reading this?
Yeah. Yeah, what if men is reading this?
Yeah, what if they want to fuck Springtrap too?
Guys, this isn't fair for them. Hashtag justice?
Hashtag justice for male YN.
That's the Lux Army thing. Hashtag Lux Army.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys, I love Lux Army. Be part of Lux Army. Okay,
Also,
go subscribe to them.
Bye, and now my sister's gonna watch Rotten Mango.
Yeah.